Imagine waking up every morning with the strength to move confidently, the balance to trust your steps, and the energy to enjoy every moment of life. Picture yourself not just growing older but growing stronger, more capable, more alive with each passing year. In Japan, thousands of elders live this reality every single day, well into their 80s, 90s and beyond. They walk, they garden, they shop, they laugh with friends, and they do it all without fear of falling or slowing down. Their secret is not a fancy gym membership or a strict and impossible routine. It is just 5 simple home movements that preserve their strength, support their joints, protect their independence and keep their minds young. These 5 moves are easy enough for anyone to begin today, yet powerful enough to change the way your body feels and functions from the inside out. If you are over 60, over 70, or even over 90, this message is a reminder that it is never too late to rebuild your strength. Japanese elders have a remarkable way of staying strong into their 90s and beyond, and it all begins with 5 simple home movements that anyone can do, no matter their age or fitness level. These movements focus on the areas of the body that matter most for independence: balance, leg strength, posture, hip power, and flexibility. The beauty is in their simplicity. No gym, no machines, just the body working the way it was designed to work. Imagine starting your morning by gently waking up your muscles instead of letting stiffness take the lead. The first movement, a supportive squat using a chair or counter, gives life back to the thighs and glutes. Those are the muscles responsible for everyday power, like standing up from the sofa, climbing stairs, or getting into the car. Every slow rise and controlled lower teaches the body that strength still matters, that you still expect it to carry you without hesitation. This move alone helps prevent one of the biggest reasons older adults lose independence: weak legs that struggle to push upward. Japanese elders treat it like brushing their teeth, non-negotiable, daily, life-giving. Balance steps in next as a priority. Standing on one leg, even for a few seconds while holding a support if needed, trains the tiny stabilizer muscles around the ankles, knees and hips to hold the body steady even on uneven ground. Falling is one of the greatest fears in older age, and with good reason, but this simple move rewires the body to stay upright with confidence. It keeps the brain and muscles communicating clearly, so every step feels secure rather than risky. There is quiet power in knowing you can trust your own footing. Whether you are walking in the house or outside with friends, posture and breath are strengthened with the gentle arm-raising movement that opens the chest and stretches the back. Many of us spend years hunched forward without noticing, but over time it steals oxygen, energy, and dignity. Japanese elders take moments to bring their shoulders back, lift their arms, and let fresh air pour into their lungs. With better posture comes better circulation, better balance, and a better mood. The body stands taller, and the spirit rises with it because it feels like claiming space again, rather than shrinking away from the world. Strength also comes from the hips, the power center of mobility. Lying down and lifting the hips builds the muscles that support the spine and help the legs move with purpose. A strong hip means fewer struggles when walking longer distances or rising after sitting. It means joints stay aligned and back pain becomes less of a burden. Then there is flexibility, maintained with a gentle spinal twist that eases tension in the back and keeps movement smooth. It allows elders to turn comfortably, reach shelves, garden, dance a little, or simply enjoy movement without stiffness interrupting joy. These 5 movements may seem small at first glance, but they are exactly what the human body needs to remain capable through every decade of life. Small, consistent daily exercise has the power to reshape a person's entire experience of aging, and this is something Japanese elders have embraced for generations. They understand that the body does not need enormous challenges or exhausting routines to stay capable. It simply needs to keep moving. Many people believe that if they cannot commit to long workouts or intense training, then there is no point in trying at all. Japanese adults prove the opposite every day by choosing gentle practices that take only a few minutes, but are repeated with reliability. These little habits tell the body to stay awake, to stay engaged, and to remain prepared for the demands of everyday life. Consistency trains muscles to stay strong enough to support standing, walking, lifting, and bending without struggle. When movement becomes routine, the body stays ready instead of slipping into weakness from inactivity. Imagine doing just a few slow squats each morning. They might feel small, but over time they help keep joints lubricated and legs powerful. Imagine balancing on one leg while you wash dishes or wait for water to boil. What looks insignificant becomes a priceless shield against falls, one of the biggest dangers later in life. Imagine stretching arms overhead every evening to open the chest and invite deep breathing. The lungs work better, the heart pumps smoother, and the mind feels refreshed. These tiny moments are like whispers to the body, reminding it that there is more to do, more to enjoy, more life to move toward with confidence. The Japanese approach shows that strength does not vanish suddenly. It fades when movement disappears. Even light activity keeps muscles communicating with nerves, improves blood flow, and supports healthy bones. This idea also removes pressure and fear. Anyone can start. Anyone can succeed. There is no need for expensive equipment or complicated guidance. A living room becomes a gym. A hallway becomes a walking track. A stable chair becomes a training tool. The fear of injury is lower because the exercises are soft and controlled. The motivation stays high because the commitment feels easy, rather than overwhelming. Small habits are sustainable, and sustainability is what keeps people strong for a lifetime. Days of inactivity can stack up quickly when exercises feel too hard or time-consuming. Yet when the routine feels natural, like a part of the day rather than a chore, the body receives continuous benefits. Muscles stay engaged, balance remains supported, energy stays higher. Daily movement also boosts mood, reducing stress and sharpening thinking, which helps the brain age more gracefully too. There is something deeply uplifting about realizing progress is not measured by grand achievements, but by steady choices. Each day becomes a chance to honor the body gently and respectfully. Each step taken, each stretch completed, each moment of mindful motion is a gift to the future self. Japanese elders thrive because they choose motion as a lifelong companion rather than a temporary health fix. They trust that small actions build a strong foundation, and that belief becomes real in the way they walk, rise, explore, and continue living without fear. A healthy Japanese-style diet quietly supports the strength that elders maintain through simple movement, and it plays such a big role in how gracefully they age. Instead of eating to feel stuffed or rushing through meals, they focus on nourishment, balance, and pleasure in every bite. Their plates often look like colourful gardens, filled with vegetables that bring antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals into the body every single day. Leafy greens, bright carrots, sea vegetables, and fresh seasonal produce feed the cells and protect joints from inflammation. Fish appears often, providing omega-3 fatty acids that keep the heart beating strong and the brain sharp, allowing elders to stay active, thoughtful, and emotionally steady. Protein sources like tofu, edamame, natto, and miso help maintain muscles without adding heavy strain to digestion, because strong muscles are not just built in exercise but fueled in the kitchen as well. Small portions make a big difference too. Instead of loading the stomach, Japanese elders enjoy lighter meals that keep the body energized rather than tired afterward. Eating this way helps regulate weight naturally, reducing pressure on knees and hips so mobility remains easier and less painful. Meals are also designed around variety. There is never just one type of food on the plate. Multiple flavors, textures, and nutrients create harmony inside the body. Every mouthful helps something important function better, whether that is the immune system, metabolism, bones, or joints. Rice offers steady carbohydrates that give sustained energy throughout the day instead of sudden spikes and crashes. A strong body needs reliable fuel, and rice has supported this strength for centuries in Japan. Green tea appears as a daily ritual, containing antioxidants that protect cells from aging, improve alertness, and support metabolism. Sipping tea slowly becomes part of a mindful moment that relaxes the body and prevents stress from overwhelming the mind. It is nourishment not only for physical health, but also for calmness and balance. Even snacks tend to support well-being, like fruits, nuts, or sweet potatoes that provide nutrients instead of empty calories. Japanese elders eat with intention. They enjoy their meals sitting down, savouring each bite instead of rushing distractedly. This mindful approach helps digestion and encourages listening to the body's signals. It prevents overeating and allows food to feel like a joyful act of self-care rather than a mindless habit. Their cultural belief in eating until they are about 80% full preserves energy and helps them move without discomfort afterward. They finish meals still feeling light enough to walk, garden, or socialise. Mealtime becomes a way to stay connected with family and friends. strengthening emotional health while nourishing the body. Their diet reflects respect for longevity, respect for nature, and respect for what the body needs. It strengthens bones, keeps muscles healthy, protects the heart, supports brain function, and fuels the daily motion that keeps them strong long after many others have slowed down. The food they choose each day becomes the quiet partner in their ability to keep moving confidently through life without fear or limitation. Social connection. Outdoor activity and peaceful daily routines shape the emotional strength of Japanese elders, just as much as physical movement shapes their muscles. Aging in Japan is not a lonely process. It is a shared journey where friendships, neighborhood groups, and family gatherings remain part of everyday life. When elders feel seen, valued, and included, their minds stay sharper and their hearts stay lighter. Laughing with a friend over morning tea or taking part in a simple community chore provides purpose that keeps motivation alive. Humans are created to connect, and Japanese seniors embrace that truth by staying involved in the rhythms of their community. They know that loneliness can wear down the body faster than any injury ever could, so they choose to stay surrounded by support, encouragement, and affection. Life outdoors also plays a beautiful role. Walking through nature, tending to gardens, sweeping the street in front of the home, or watching the seasons change in a nearby park becomes much more than physical activity. The body absorbs sunlight that strengthens bones and boosts mood. Breathing fresh air calms stress and nourishes the lungs. Seeing flowers bloom or feeling a gentle breeze creates a moment of peace that reminds them life is still full of beauty. Nature slows down the mind that may sometimes race with worries. It welcomes gratitude into even the simplest day. This gentle dose of the natural world encourages elders to stay active without forcing effort. Movement becomes enjoyable instead of forced, and joy becomes a reason to keep going. Daily routines in Japan often include practices that soothe the heart and mind. Tea preparation becomes a calming ritual that steadies breathing and invites presence. Quiet stretches in the morning align the body and set a positive tone for the hours ahead. Light housework provides small steps, bends, lifts and reaches that keep joints warm throughout the day. Elders prefer not to sit still too long because they understand the body thrives on continuous, gentle engagement. Even worship, traditional arts or mindful reflection become anchors that hold stress at bay and make space for emotional clarity. When the mind stays peaceful, the body follows. A relaxed nervous system lowers harmful tension in the muscles and protects the heart from strain. Strong emotional health prevents the fatigue and discouragement that often stop people from staying active. Feeling connected reduces the fear of the future and strengthens the desire to enjoy the present. Japanese elders move through life with less worry because they trust the support around them and the routines that guide them. They take comfort in knowing each day holds a familiar rhythm that welcomes them with stability and belonging, a life filled with meaningful relationships. Gentle time in nature and intentional calming habits gives aging a softness instead of a struggle. Japanese elders prove that good health is not only measured in steps and exercises, but also in smiles shared, deep breaths taken, and moments of peace that keep the mind hopeful and the heart strong. A positive mindset is the greatest muscle Japanese elders train every day, and it becomes the invisible force that keeps them strong even when the world expects them to slow down. They grow up with the belief that aging is not a decline, but a natural and meaningful chapter that deserves respect. Instead of fearing birthdays, they welcome them as signs of wisdom earned and stories worth sharing. This calm confidence influences the body more than people realize. When elders wake up believing they can move, walk, stretch, and participate in life, their bodies follow that belief. The mind sends encouragement instead of hesitation, and that shift alone can change the direction of aging. The inner dialogue becomes a source of power rather than doubt in Japan. Older adults carry a quiet pride in staying active because they see it as an expression of dignity. They have goals, even small ones, that excite them to get out of bed. Maybe it is a morning walk to the market, a plan to cook a favourite meal, or a simple desire to sit outside and greet neighbours. These reasons keep the spirit energised, and energy feeds movement. Movement then strengthens the muscles, and strength boosts confidence, creating a loop of positivity that reinforces itself over time. A single moment of belief becomes a habit of believing, and that habit becomes the foundation of a healthy aging experience.